Good morning, YouTubers. So, as you can see by the title, I'm going to talk about how I got through a natural birth. So, my labor lasts for 3 days, which I said in a previous video. And it wasn't that excruciating. The first day, little contractions, I did Zumba, but I was chilling. The second day, it got bad, but they were so spread out. They were like every 15 minutes that I was okay until later that night. Later that night, they were like 5 minutes apart, but I was okay. The third day, they were about 5 minutes apart. And I kind of slept through some of it, but it wasn't too excruciating until I got to the hospital. So, long story short, this is how I got through a natural birth. Tip 1. Stay at home as long as you can. I stayed at home until I would say it was late. It was late at night. And I took a hot shower, I meditated, I kind of put myself my own zen. And it's funny because I've seen videos before where they're like, yeah, just meditate. And you're thinking like, meditation? Please. No. Seriously, meditate, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. And while you take a deep breath, count all the way to 20. In between each breath, just say a number and go all the way to 20. And by the time you get to 20, it's like by the time you get to 15, you start feeling them, decline, and it's not as intense and you're more relaxed. But once you can't take it anymore, go to the hospital. It helps to be pre-registered. I wasn't, but it helped that I went to the hospital the day before because I thought she was coming. And all I had to do was just re-sign some paperwork because you have to re-sign in the next day because it's been 24 hours or something like that, whatever. So tip 2, once you're in the hospital, they're going to check you, figure out how open your cervix was. When I got there, I was 5 centimeters. So they're like, yeah, you're going in. I was like, oh, okay, this is really about to happen. They checked me 10 minutes later or 15 minutes later, something like that. And they're like, oh, you're 6. Do you want any meds? I'm afraid of needles. So I didn't want an epidural. So I was like, no, but they can give you something with your IV, like a Demerol or something like that, which eases the pain. That never happened because her heart rate was dropping. And it only dropped during contractions, so that's why they didn't do a C-section, which they probably should have. But she's okay. She's here. God bless. So this is my second tip. My second tip is to have someone in the room with you who you know is as level-headed as you are, and to keep you calm, and to hold your hand and stuff like that. Someone who can also make you laugh. I had my fiance with me, and I was the one making him laugh, and because he was laughing at my jokes, it made me more calm or whatever. The staff I had was very very equipped. They were very good at what they did. There was moments where I was like, what are you doing? Why do you look like you have attitude? But they're not. They're trying to be serious, and I'm trying to be funny to just get this over with. So laughter also helps. Tip 3. It's not even a tip. It's just basically stuff that people don't tell you. So the baby coming out, that doesn't hurt you. It's the contractions that you feel that really puts people over their edge. I did get an episiotomy, and I feel like that's probably what helped me not have pain, because they numb you before they cut you, but they numb me then cut me, like all in the same breath. So yeah, no. So yeah, the baby coming out really wasn't the pain. I didn't feel that at all, actually. It was, like I said, mostly the contractions. And it's the fact of holding your breath and pushing down for 10 seconds. And not a 1, 2, 3. It's like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Who can hold their breath that long? I don't know anybody who can. I couldn't. So I was pushing for 2 hours. The 2 hours did go by really fast. I didn't realize it was 2 hours until my fiance was like, we've been doing this for 2 hours. And I was like, what? Really? So yeah, that's my tip, is to just take it at your pace. Yes, the doctors want you to push, but take it at your pace. I believe, because I've done it, that you can breathe and push at the same time. It's not that much of pressure. But once you feel like you can't hold your breath no more, breathe but still push, or push out the air with your mouth. And I was told not to scream or make noise because I'm letting the air out. I did that anyway because I felt like that was my way of bearing down and pushing her out. But like I said, it wasn't painful. Maybe it's just my pain tolerance for me. But I had the lights dim. I didn't have any bright lights on me. I didn't have any headaches. Um, they did give me oxygen, which really made my mouth dry, and that's what really bothered me the most. I felt like I was in the desert. It was horrible. So, and they couldn't give me really water, so they gave me ice, and they call it ice chips. It's not ice chips. It's like ice from like Sonic, which is great if you like ice, which I do. But with all that to be said, I feel like some people do exaggerate it. And I do feel like some people do have pain because they have a low pain tolerance. But the pain really doesn't come from the baby coming out or from the pushing. The pain comes from the contraction. And when it's time for the push, the contractions, rephrase that. Woo, rewind. Woo. When it's time to push, your body will tell you. Like, you can't hold the baby in. Like, that doesn't work. That first contraction for you to push her out, you feel the urge to push. Your body, like, contracts itself. Your back curves in for you to push her out. Or push your baby out. Oh, tip 4. Tell the doctors what you want. I told them I wanted to stand or squat. I didn't want to be on my back. They didn't want to listen to me. They said that they can't catch the baby standing or squatting. So I said, okay. But I did not want to be on my back. Being on my back did not work. And I tried to tell them that. I'm like, this is not going to work. I know that I'm not comfortable on my back. It's not going to work. I slept on my side. I should give birth on my side. You know, I worked out. I did squats while I was pregnant. Like, this is how your body should work. If you slept on your back during your pregnancy, give birth on your back. If you slept on your side during pregnancy, give birth on your side. I always slept on my left side because that's what they said was good for you and the baby, gave the baby more oxygen, yada yada yada, which probably did. But since I slept on my left side, after a while I said, okay, this is not working. Can I give birth on my side? And they said, okay. So they put me on my left side, and I said, this is the side that's perfect. And she came right out with ease. Within 10 minutes, she came right out, and I was like, see how that works? Make your request demands. If you want to stand up, find somebody that can catch the baby, because I should have followed my own instinct. Like, this is what I want to do. I wanted gravity to take over anyway, because that's more natural. But so those are my 4 tips on natural birth. Staying home as long as you can. Breathing and really getting into your own zone. Don't have nobody talk to you while you're having a contraction. Just get into your own mental state. Don't have nobody in your ear. Trust me, when the people start talking to you when you're having a contraction, you flip out, you start yelling. So you go in your own mental state and be in control of your delivery. Don't have anyone else control your delivery. All right, it's been real.